Minasan, konnichiwa, Zamurai Engineer desu. In this video, we will show you the final reviewer with corresponding answers. This is for the subject, Sanitary, Fire Protection, and Plumbing System Design. This is for the civil engineering students. Let us proceed. The non-clog pump, which permits solid matter to pass out with the liquid sewage, is A. Centrifugal pump, B. Reciprocating pump, C. Pneumatic ejector, D. None of these options. So, if you need, you can pause the video to think about it. By the way, we will just proceed. The answer should be centrifugal pump. Okay. Question 2. If the diameter of sewer is 225 mm, the gradient required for generating self-cleansing velocity. So the concept is self-cleansing velocity is. So this velocity is dependent upon several factors, but it can be estimated here with this given diameter of sewer. So let us estimate first the calculator. Diameter 225 225. Okay, then gradient is the slope required in order for the pipe to be cleansed at its own flow, at its own flow rate. So this is about 120. It's about 120. So the answer is, let's take a look. It is 1 in 120. Okay. Question 3. If the diameter is D of upper circular portion, the overall depth of a standard egg-shaped section. So in egg circular portion, there are two circles, the upper and the lower. So it's like an egg, no? Smaller and bigger egg. So like this one, no? It is like this, no? Smaller circle here, then bigger circle at the bottom. So the diameter of upper circular portion is D. A, D, the overall depth, no? The overall depth of the standard egg-shaped section is B, 1.25D, C, 1.5D, and letter D, 1.75D. I think this is, you can solve this, but it's already taken care of from our different lectures. So the answer is 1.5. Question 4. The rate of accumulation of sludge in septic tank is recommended as. So how much is the septic tank growing its sludge inside it? So it grows and grows. So for example, there's a septic tank, day per day, weeks per weeks, month per month, and so on. So letter A, 30 liters per person per year. So sludge, this is sludge, not including the water. So this is sludge. B, 25 liters per person per year. C, 30 liters per person per month. Letter D, 25 liters per person per month. So the answer is, this is letter A. No? Letter A. Question 5. The width of a rectangular sewer is twice its depth while discharging 1.5 meter per second. the width of the sewer is. Okay, it is a rectangular type of sewer. Okay, and the choices are A 0.68 meters, B 0.88 meters, C 1.36 meters, D 1.76 meters. 1.5 meter per second discharging flow, okay, velocity, discharging velocity, rectangular, with a width twice its depth. Okay, so this width is wider, is times 2 than its depth. So it's a rectangle like this. No? Rectangle. Okay, the width of the sewer is actually uh, there's a formula here. Let's estimate. Let's estimate using this calculator. The times 2d is 2d squared. 1.5, about 1.3, 1.36. So this is 1.36. Letter C. Question 6. In the olden days, the type of section adopted in trunk and outfall sewers was trunk and outfall sewers in those early days. No? A. Parabolic shape, B. Horseshoe shape, C. Egg shape, D. Circular shape. So this is horseshoe shape. Historical. Question 7. Self-cleansing velocity is A. Velocity at dry weather flow, B. Velocity of water at flushing, C. Velocity at which no accumulation remains in the drains, D. Velocity of water in a pressure filter. So this is letter C, at which no accumulation remains. Question 8. If the overland flow from the critical point to the drain is 8 kilometers, the difference in level is 12.4 meters, okay, overland flow 8 kilometers, the difference in level is 12.4 meters over the 8 kilometers length. The inlet time is okay, overland flow. Okay, let us estimate. L is 8. It's about 4 hours. Inlet time, difference in level. This is 1.2, about 1.2. About 4, no? Squared. Okay, squared is about 4. 4 hours. So question 9. An inverted siphon is designed generally for. This is 1 pipe, B 2 pipes, C 3 pipes, D 4 pipes. Inverted siphon is 3 pipes. When drainage to sewage ratio is 20, the peak dry weather flow is A, 20% of the design discharge, B, slightly less than 5% of the design discharge, slightly more than 5% of the design discharge, none of this. So this is slightly more than 5, slightly less than 5 rather. So about 5%. I think this is about 5%, also slightly less than the design discharge. Okay. So question 11. The detention time of a circular tank of diameter D and water depth H for receiving the sewage Q per hour is, so diameter D should be squared, so it is letter A. Okay. Question 12. Pick up the incorrect statement from the following. So that is not correct. Incorrect, meaning not correct. A. Manholes are provided in sewer pipes at suitable intervals. That is correct. B. Catch basins are generally provided in sewers for carrying drainage discharge. That is correct. C. Inlets are generally provided in all sewers. Inlet sometimes are provided, but not all the time. So maybe this is the wrong one. So C, letter C. Question 13. Clogging of sewers is caused due to A. Silting, B. Low discharge, C. Greasy and oily matters, D. All of the above. So this is all of the above. Question 14. So let us get ready with the calculator. A sewer pipe contains 1 mm sand particles of specific gravity 2.65 and 5 mm organic particles of specific gravity 1.2. The minimum velocity required for removing the sewage. You can search for this. So I will just estimate it. You can search for the formula in the video or in the internet. Minimum velocity required. Okay, so it depends upon the gravity, which is 2.65 and 5 mm particles with another specific gravity 1.2. Minimum velocity. So which one? So the heavier one is 2.65. So this is about 0.45 meter per second. Meter per second. 0.45 meter per second. Almost half a meter, no? Per second. 0.45. Question 15. House connections to the laterals is generally made by. So laterals are the branches. So A, RCC. What is RCC? Reinforced concrete. Okay. B, PCC. So precast. So C, precast concrete. Precast concrete. And C, cast iron. D, glazed stone wares. So glazed stone wares. So is the specified one, but I think nobody used that. Nobody used that in our country. In other country, of course, they are using it, but our country, nobody use this. Almost always, RCC is the what? The go-to solution because it is the cheapest. It is the cheapest one. So glazed stonewares should be. So question 16. Ratio of maximum sewage flow to average sewage flow. Maximum to average for mains up to 1 mm in diameter, small particles for the mains. So this is A 1.5, B 2, C 3, D 4. So I think it's 2. Okay. Question 17. For house drainage, minimum gradient is. This is house drainage. 1 is to 60, 1 is to 80, 1 is to 10, 1 is to 400. Supposed to be letter A. Dilution or method of disposing of sewage is not preferred to A. When sewage is fresh, B. When diluting water has high dissolved oxygen content, C. When diluting water is used for water supply near the point of sewage disposed. Okay, so diluting water is used for water supply near the point of sewage. So this is not prepared. Water supply should be clean. So this should not be, I think, letter C. Question 19. If the side of the square sewer is 1000 mm or 1 meter, the diameter of a hydraulically equivalent circular section is A. So side of the square sewer side. So 1 meter diameter. So hydraulic diameter. Just use the formula of hydraulic diameter. You can get the answer. So let us estimate the answer. This is 1.1. 1.1. So about letter D. Question 20. The ratio of minimum hourly flow to the average flow of sewage is hourly flow. Minimum hourly flow to the average flow. Minimum average flow. A while ago, we asked the question from maximum to average. So this is 2. This is 1/3. This is 1/3. Question 21. For non-scoring velocity of 5 meters per second, the type of sewers generally preferred to is non-scoring velocity 5 meters per second. Still glazed. Still glazed is the what is specified in the theory, in the concept, in the text, in the standard, but that is seldom being used in our country. That's why we have problem in our sewage system. We have problem. So glazed. Question 22. In RC sewer pipes, meaning reinforced concrete, the percentage longitudinal reinforcement to cross-sectional area of concrete is kept. Percentage longitudinal reinforcement. So the steel bars to the cross-sectional area of the concrete. Okay, cross-sectional area percentage. Okay, is kept 0.25. Just 0.25. 0.25 is what? Percentage. That's percentage. That is already enough. 0.25. Question 23. The asbestos cement pipes are generally laid A. Horizontally, B. Vertically, at an angle of 30 degrees, at an angle of 60 degrees. This is vertical. Question 24. The sewage is pumped up. A. From low-lying areas. B. From flat areas. C. From basements. D. Across a high ridge. This is all of the above. Of course, unit pump for all of this. That is the function of pump. Question 25. The gas may be which may cause explosion. Sewers is carbon dioxide, methane, ammonia, carbon monoxide. This is methane. Question 26. In sewers, the effect of scoring is more on A. Top side, B. Bottom side, C. Horizontal side, D. All sides. Bottom side. Question 27. The rate of flow of sewage is generally assumed A. More than the rate of water supply, B. Equal to the rate of water supply, C. Less than the rate of water supply. This is less than the rate of water supply. Your water supply, less than that rate is the rate of flow of sewage. Question 28. Maximum permissible velocity 1.5 meter per second. Usually this is the standard. Usually 1.5 to 3. But 3 is too much. No? 1.5, that is the range. Is adapted in drains. A. With beds of rocks and gravels. B. Lined with stones. Beds of rocks and gravels lined with stones. C. Both A and B. D. Neither A nor B. So this is C. Number 29. The digested sludge from septic tanks is removed after a maximum period of. So we have septic tank in our homes. Every how many years your house with what? With cleanup its septic tank. It must be removed. Then I use the septic tank again for another period of how many years. This is supposed to be 3, but nobody do it. Nobody do it. In our country, it's almost more than 10 years. More than 10 years. No? So nobody do it. So, every 3 years supposed to be. And question 30. The gradient of sewers depends upon A. Velocity of flow, B. Diameter of the sewer, C. Discharge, D. All of the above. This is all of the above. So the gradient have to be calculated with these factors at hand. All of them. So this is the last slide. So good luck to your upcoming final exam. Again, this is your professor, Dr. DrEYPEI, saying engineering is for nation building.